Hello everybody, welcome to our channel Gurukul. This session is Gurukul tennis. So today we are going to talk about the fundamental of the tennis, fundamental of the forehand. So anybody going to start the tennis, they are going to hit the ball forehand. So before hitting the forehand, we are going to talk about the grip. So grip is the very important. I already explained about this, but today again I am going to talk about the grip. So this grip, you can see that this is the bottom one. This is the upper part of straight one. This one is the 1, and then this one is the 2, and this side is the flat side is the 3. So, and the same thing is the left side is the 2, and this flat one is the 3. So you can see this my hand, the palm. This one is my behind my gender noodle is this point, and bottom side is here. So this one I am going to use this. You can see this racket is a 1, 2, 3. The upper part is the 1. The in between of 2 and 3 is the 2 and 3. And here I am putting the point also is 1 and 2. So 1 and 2 is mostly for the bottom line. So we are going to talk about for the continental grip. We are going to touch the lower part is 1, and the upper part is the 2 is the continental grip. You can see this is the hammer grip. We can call sometime the universal grip. Before 30-40 years before, people are playing the tennis, the forehand, backhand, volley and service, or everything in this same grip. But after the Bjorn Borg, they are going for the western grip, and then people are changing the grip. Any grip or any technique is done by only for the player. Players are playing. After that, people are watching. They are saying that this player is playing good, and then the technique is developing. Then people are watching, and then the coaches are teaching. So coaches are not making any technique. That one I want to clear. So that is clear, okay? So technique is not made by the coach or any coaches. Technique is mostly made by the player. The development of the player, their fitness and their technique. So they are adapting, and then after that coach are doing the analysis about that, how they are playing the good. Because of that, people are going to the coaches, and they are analyzing for the biomechanically it is working or not, and then they are trying to teach. So this one is the clear that technique is not going to the development of the technique or the other thing is not made by the coach. It is made by the players. The players are improving, their fitness level is improving, their technique is improving. So everybody have the different type of technique, but we are going to talk about only for the classical style. So basic of the fundamental of the tennis. So this one I already shown, but sometime we can show that we can keep the racket down. We can keep the racket like ground, and then we can hold like this, and then we come and we can see that my palm is down here too, and this palm, my general noodle is behind the 3. So this is the Eastern forehand grip. This is the forehand grip. So we are going to talk about the fundamental of the forehand. So first we are going to the fundamental of the forehand. So we are going to talk about the stance also, though how we can stand. So first we are going to talk about the stance. So stance means how the player is going to stay in the court. So when you are hitting the ball, so the footwork is, there are 4 type of footwork. One is the classical one, that squat as stance. You can stay in the same line. Like if I am going to stay in this line, so this is the easy to understand. So in this line, so if I am first, if the ball is coming to my right side, I am going to turn first. This is the uni turn, and then my toe is going to pivot, and then in the same line I am here, and then I can hit the ball. This is called the squat stance. But nowadays people are hitting the ball in the semi-open stance. So for this one, you can hit the ball, you can keep your leg 45 degree like this. So this is the semi-open stance. So we are going to talk about all the stance. So first one is the closed stance. So if I am staying here and then my leg is going 45 degree cross, and then I can hit. This is the closed stance. People started like this first, but after that, this one is very. This one is not used because when you hit the ball like this, and then it is very hard to recover. So because of that, people mostly now in the modern time they are hitting the squad stance. This is the squad stance. So you can squad stance, you can come back, or otherwise you hit the ball and come back like this, also recovery step. So there is no problem. So this is the closed stance, then squad stance, then other is you can stay like this, and sometimes you can go like 45-degree left side. So it is a semi-open stance. Sometimes we can do like this, stay here, and we can come like this. This is also is a same semi-open stance, and we can hit. So this one is the closed stance, squad stance, semi-open stance is okay. And now we are going to talk about the open stance. Means the ball is coming, and ball is coming very fast, and ball is very far. So you have to move, and you have no time for the adjustment. Then you can stay in the same line. Both leg is the same line, and you can hit the ball. So you can hit the ball like this, or you can hit the ball like this, or sometime after hitting the ball, you can recovery. So anything you can do. So now we already spoke about the 4 type of stance. One is the closed stance, then squad stance, then semi-open stance, and open stance. The stance thing I already cleared. I hope you understand. Just my job to explain everything, because any technique or any stance or any footwork is not fit for the everybody, because everybody is unique. We need to work for individual. So everybody have the different type of physique, different type of thinking, different type of like everybody is unique. Okay, so because of that we need to see the player, and then we see where he is comfortable, and we have to teach according to that. So this is the basic of the teaching. So I'm going to teach about everything. So which one you like and which one you prefer and which one you are comfortable, you can use it, and your coach is going to help for this. So I always spoke about that always try to understand, always try to play under the qualified coaches. So you will start from the beginning, from the scratch, you start in the proper way. And otherwise, sometimes if you play and then if you develop the wrong technique, then what happen? Then you need to more time to that one delete it. Means you have to remove that wrong technique and try to get up again for the perfect technique. And it's very hard. I'm last 35 years I'm teaching. I know that this is not a good thing, and because of that players are struggling, and after some time they quit. So this is not a good thing. Because I'm always recommended that always play under the guidance of the qualified coaches. The qualified coaches, they are trained to coach, how to coach. So we have to follow that one. I hope I cleared about this. Now we are going to talk about the fundamental of the forehands. So in the fundamental of forehands, we have the first things, the ready position. Means the ready position, how you can ready position. If I stand like this, it is also a ready position, but I'm not ready position. I'm in the what I'm doing now, I'm just standing just normally. But this is not, because here you can see my toe to toe is wider and my heel to heel is very narrow. So it is not the same. So ready position is the first thing. I want to start from the leg, that your leg will be little twice than your shoulder height. You have to wide, and your toe to toe, heel to heel. So when you are wide, what happen? You have to go down. So if you stay down, then you are in the good balance. Okay. So one more thing I want to just explain you, that tennis, the ABC of the tennis is like biomechanics of the tennis. We talk about the very long, very big talk, and there are a lot of things in the biomechanics. When I will spoke about the biomechanics, that time we will do. But today I am going to talk about the beginner who are going to start the tennis. So for that, the beginner biomechanics, if I say like that the biomechanics of the beginner players is the ABC. A stands for the agility, B stands for the balance, and C stands for the coordination. So if the agility, balance and coordination, if anybody have good, they can play tennis. There's no doubt for that. I'm guarantee that he can play tennis nicely. So we are going to talk about the what we are doing. If you are wide and we are toe to toe, heel to heel, and if you like this, then our balance is very strong, and we have to on the little bit leaning forward. So we are strong now, and this one is the footwork. And then after that, we are the second part of the fundamental of tennis is unit turn. So if I see that if I am standing like this, but I am talking about the just basic of the fundamental, okay? Because the next video when the forehand intermediate group, how to do the split step and all these things, we are going to talk about later. But today we are going to talk about only the fundamental. So when I am staying here, I know that forehand the ball is coming in my right side. So if ball is coming right side, if I understand ball is coming right side, so for my first job is I turn my so this is my racket. I explained already the grip. So my racket is here, my right hand on the grip and left hand on the neck of the racket. So I can control the racket head. But my 90% racket weight is in my left hand. This one is supporting. So this hand is loose and very relaxed. This is the important thing. People are holding very tightly and then they had the problem. So this one we are going to hold the racket weight 90% in my left hand. This one is supporting. Just I'm ready to hold the racket nicely. So when ball is approaching to me, I will turn. So if I am turning, my right leg also the toe is pivot. So this one is also turn, and then my body is. I'm not taking my racket back. I am turning. So in turning, my racket is here. Second one, I step in. I am in the squat stance here. This is the 2. Then after that, the third part is racket back. So from that, I can go for the racket back. But you can see I'm not going like this. I'm keeping my left hand here, still there, and my racket head is little bit upward, going down. So if I'm little down, you can see this is the very nice and relaxed. You don't need to hold like this. Little bit loose grip. Not loose grip, is a wrist, okay? The wrist will be loose, so my racket will be down. So when ball is approaching here, I'm going to, that means my racket is under my contact point area, okay? If my contact point is here, my racket will be 1 feet below the contact point. And then I'm going to accelerate. So this is the second one, this is the racket back, then the contact point. Then I'm going to hit the ball. Here, contact point. Contact point is always in front. And then after that, follow through means I'm going straight there. And then after that, acceleration here is finished. So this one, then, but I want to explain again. After the contact point, my racket will follow to the target straight. That means extension my hand. And then this is coming, and it is coming and holding the racket back to the left hand. That means when I will do hit like this, my left bicep is going to touch my chin. So if I will do in the shadow swing, so if I do this, you can see it is touching to my chin. It is very important. So this one is the fundamental. So always when you are back, we little bit more down here, and then hitting the ball, and then coming here and hold. Another one, you can see that when I am going to hit the ball, this way you can understand that the pivot, racket, take back, racket back, my left hand here. When I am going to hit the ball, I am moving my left hand away from the ball line, and then my racket is going here. After that, when it is finished, it is coming and I here. After that, you can see my balance, my left leg, my right leg is my total body weight in my left leg, and my right leg is just supporting. My right leg is just supporting, and my heel is up because I am the weight transfer. So like this, and my heel will be like this. That means it is not, my hip rotation is not perfect. So when my hip rotation is good, then my leg will be this. But if I do little more like this, and then my leg is moving. So this is not good. This is not good. This will be like this. So I am hitting the ball forward and my heel will be facing to the fence. So this is the basic of the forehand fundamental. So I hope you can understand this one. This one I am going to finish it. Next I am going to talk about the little bit advanced how we can ready position with the movement. Means if you are in the move, you can go to the ball very fast. So that one we are going to talk about the later. So this video is we are going to, and everybody will try to use it in use it when you are going to practice. So practice is the important thing. I always recommend that people know what to do, but they don't know how to practice, isn't it? So because of that, we are going to, so always try to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this one first we have to break it. After that, like this, the forehand about 100, 200 shadow swing every day, and then your muscle is going to use for that. And after that, if you hit the ball, it will be very nice. Now we are going to hit few balls, and you can see how I am hitting the ball. You can see my leg is here, I'm hitting the ball, then I'm holding one more, you can see that. You can see my leg is here, my balance is good balance. So this is the way we can hit the ball and you can practice. So I hope you can understand this one, okay? Thank you. We are going to talk about the next video. Just watch the video, and if you like any comment, any constructive advice, you please give it. Thank you very much, and please subscribe our channel. Thank you. Bye-bye.